You couldn't hear anything. Hello, hello, and happy Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. It is me, Coach P, and I'm excited about today because we are at the Friday mark point. Let me go ahead and tag everybody and put this at the very top of all of the pages. As you are jumping on, just type in the comments what you're grateful for and all the things. Y'all know how we get this party started. Let me know where you're watching from. Make sure, meaning if you're watching from YouTube, say I'm watching from YouTube. If you're watching from the MASH Collective, just type MASH. If you're watching from Ignite, just type Ignite in the comments and let me post this at the top so that I can alert everybody that we are alive and ready for action. Let me see. Boom, that's that. And y'all keep typing your gratitude while I figure out all the technical stuff. And I'll share my gratitude as well. It's been an amazing week, and I'm fresh back into Cali. So I'm excited about that. Mark as an announcement. Boom and boom. Okay, we are done. Yay, yay, yay. I love it. Somebody said, hello, Coach P. I don't know who that is. Hey, Tashanta. So good to see you. Shout out to Callie's in the building. Hey, Adina. So good to see you. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me okay? Is the internet all right? Listen, the last few weeks in my travels, it's been rough, but y'all been hanging in there, and I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in the MASH Collective who's been rocking and rolling and making amazing shit happen. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. Let me get into this gratitude. What is your gratitude? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. All right. I see you, Tashanta. Yes, yes, yes. Somebody is Sarah. Hey, Sarah, make sure you click the link at the top so I can see your face and everything. Sharon says, Ignite. Yes, I'm grateful for getting to see and hug my dad in person after 14 months yesterday. Wow, that's incredible. Happy for you. That's absolutely awesome, and glad you were able to see and hug your dad after such a long time. That's awesome. Tachata said, we can see and hear you all right. The internet is strong. Yay, I love it. Adina said, I am grateful for our conversation of letting go of things I can't control. Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to you, Adina, for doing the work in the Ignite community. Yes, yes, yes. Tina Mack is in the building. She said, I am grateful for this extra energy. Yes, come on, extra energy. I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me see it. Where is your gratitude? If you're just peeping in and watching, not good enough. Type your gratitude in the comments and share what you're appreciative of, what you're grateful for. I can see you, so don't let me call you out. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and type what you're grateful for. I am grateful for safe travel. Traveled from New York to LA yesterday, and it was a beautiful flight and some amazing things that happened on the flight, as was my trip to New York. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for my amazing Life Mastery Ignite community who's been putting in the work and doing all the things that are necessary in order to up level on their personal development. I'm also proud of everybody in the MASH Collective who's still been doing the work in the post and everything. I'm super, super proud of you and grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for the mindset of abundance. Abundance is not limited to financial excess or gain or overflow. Abundance is your health. It's the love in between your relationships. It's the softness in your words. It's the opportunities and the resources. It's the it's the unexpected blessings. It's the delicious experiences. It's opportunities and people thinking of you, even when you can't take those opportunities. Two people contacted me yesterday and was like, hey, Coach P, can you send me, an invoice? Can you send me a proposal? Or, can you send me what the number is to get you on stage? And I had to decline. And I get to decline, and I get to be grateful that I was thought of to begin with. And so I'm grateful for that. It's a beautiful opportunity to be in that and both space. Yes, I have to say no. And I'm grateful that I was even thought of to begin with, because I'm a badass and I appreciate that. And I'm good at what I do, and I'm grateful for that. And so what are you grateful for? Let me see it. Danielle says, LMI in the house, Life Mastery Ignite. Says, I'm grateful for the conversation we just had about my fear. It's time for me to let go and elevate. You damn right, Danielle. You've done so much work. Time to go higher. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Miko said, I'm grateful for feeling better. Yes, I love it. Glad you're feeling better. Tashanta said, I'm grateful for new opportunities that my family is experiencing. That is absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Lisa said, good morning. I'm so grateful for the sun shining today and my great attitude. Yes, great attitude. I love it. If you have not shared your comments yet, make sure you do. Yes, Karen, you are seen. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let's get into this mash deck. My mash deck goes everywhere I go. In fact, I have two decks. One that I keep at a location, where I'm at, where I consider home for that time, and one that I travel with. And so currently, both of my decks have been traveling with me. And so let's get into it. Type your picks in the comments below. What has been? Ooh, one just jumped out. Okay, girl. What has been your? Listen, they won't even let me shuffle the deck. They're jumping out. What has been your gosh, I lost my train of thought. Let me see. Hold on. Karen said, laughing out loud, you skipped me. That's why I asked. I didn't skip you, babe. I didn't see you. And not because you weren't seen, not because you weren't showing. I just didn't see it. Here you go. She says, I'm grateful for the big wealth questions in Ignite. Perfect. I love it. Awesome. All right, let's get into it. Oh, there's another. Listen, they showing up today. They are showing up. They are showing up. All right. So the first one that showed up is, type in the comments, I am rooted and grounded. This is number 12 from the MASH Mindset deck. Yes, the store is still closed. Yes, it won't open until mid to late spring. So just be patient. If you don't have your deck, don't be snoozing next time. Get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? If you just heard about it, I get it. So number 12, rather. 1 and 2 is 3. I am rooted and I am grounded, right? Type it in the comments. I am rooted and grounded. Such an important, super duper important affirmation and knowing and self-reflection. Let me see what you guys got. Let me see it. Somebody said, in awe of the ability to say no. Yes, it's such an amazing opportunity too. When you get to say no, you get to practice that because you're saying yes to something else always, whether it be space, whether it be time, whether it be recharge, whether it be another opportunity. You get to say no. You get to. It's definitely an opportunity. Judith says, I'm grateful for the consciousness that I can rise above my fear and I am worthy. Yes, yes, yes. Karen said her card is 19 today. I love it. Shanique says, I'm grateful for this beautiful day. Let's get into it. I see you, Judith, Shanique, Sharon, Karen, Danielle, Anderson. Anitra said, good afternoon. I am grateful for the ability to surrender and allow abundance in my life. Let's get into it. I see you, Adina and Anitra. I see you, Tina Mac and Miko. I am rooted and I am grounded. Here's what it says. Finding your center is an intentional practice of being rooted and grounded. Being rooted and grounded is the feeling of being solid within yourself. It comes with an energy of confidence that says, even if the world is falling apart around me, I will remain in peace and clarity. Even if the world is falling apart around me, I will not be moved. When your emotions feel out of control, return to your center. Take 5 deep breaths in the nose and out of the mouth. Between each breath, say to yourself, I am rooted and I am grounded. I am clear, I am well, I am peace. That is it. Yes and yes and yes. All right, perfect. The next card that jumped out at us is I am whole and complete. Listen, the I ams are showing up today. This is card number 8. Card number 8. Type in the comments, I am whole and I am complete. I am whole and complete. Let me see it. Being human can sometimes seem like a boxing match between you and life, leaving you feeling bruised, fractured, and incomplete. Your wholeness and completeness don't come from the emotional result of everything working out the way you believe it should, or from external validation. I'm going to pause right there, and then I'm going to come back to that. Being human can sometimes feel like a boxing match between you and life, leaving you feeling bruised, fractured, and incomplete. Your wholeness and completeness don't come from the emotional result of everything working out the way that you should. I'm sorry, the way that you believe it should, or from external validation. Hear that, recognize that doesn't have to be how you decide if you're whole and complete. Because if it is, then you will be thrown to and fro, feeling complete today, not complete tomorrow. Complete today because the circumstance was right, not complete in the next 5 minutes because that circumstance wasn't how you wanted it to be. You have to decide that for yourself. Being whole and complete is a mindset, a spiritual and energetic knowing that the one who created the universe also created you whole and complete. That is a mindset that no matter what you look like, no matter what the condition is, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the job did, no matter what the money looks like, no matter what the status of the relationship, that you are whole and complete no matter what. Saying that and then having a knowing of this is two different things. And you get to know this by practicing it when situations come up that are not as desirable, right? That you feel like, man, this is some bullshit. You get to decide, and it does not determine who I am because I am whole and complete and I can stand in that. Everybody type in the comments, I got it if you got it. That means that when things don't go your way, when you're not externally validated, celebrated, when you're not supported from the people that you wanted to be supported from, when you don't get the news that you wanted to get, that you return back to your center of I am whole and complete. That doesn't mean you don't acknowledge those things. You do. That doesn't mean that you don't have an emotional response, because you will, but you get to choose to return back to I am whole and complete, or you will choose to stay in the space and the condition of the situation or the circumstance. And those things change so often that it's not anything you can hang your hat on or that you should, but we do. And we don't benefit from it. And you get to. So decide that you're going to return back to the center of being whole and complete. All right. Ooh. And the last one is number 3, show up and take up space. Type in the comments. This came up last week too. I am ready. No, you know what? Let's take it a step further. Type in the comments, I am showing up and taking up space. I am showing up and taking up space. Type in the comments, I am making amazing shit happen, but I'm also showing up and taking up space. Type in the comments, I am showing up and taking up space. It's time for you to show up and take up space in your own life. It can be difficult to do that when that voice keeps telling you it's better to stay out of the way, not to be too loud or too bright. That voice, also known as the ego, will do whatever it takes. Hiccups are trying to come. Hold on. It will do whatever it takes to keep you safe and in familiar territory. That could look like limiting your energy, muting your voice, or dimming your light. But you didn't come here on this earth to be small, dim, or limited. You came here to be the bright light that you are. You came here to be seen, heard, and felt. You came here to be seen, to be heard, and to be felt. Shout out to Karen, who was like, listen, you skipped me. Come on back, ma'am. Can you see me? Can I be seen? Yes. You came here to be right, seen, heard, and felt, right? And when you're not seen, heard, or felt, you get to do exactly what Karen did and say, hey, listen, am I being seen? Okay, because I made a comment. Go back, ma'am. I love it. Of course, I didn't skip her. I just didn't see it. But I love it. You get to be, right? You get to be. You get to be. You get to be. You get to be. I want you guys to hear and know and see that. Karen said that hasn't happened in a while, Coach P. Hiccups. I know. I think it's the cadence that I'm talking in that made space for that air, for that hiccup to come. And you're right, it hasn't happened in a while. So be willing to decide that I am showing up and taking up space. And you get to decide what that looks like. Happy Friday, Kim. You get to decide what that looks like. You get to decide that me being seen, heard, and felt means when I walk in the room, I'm not like, what's up? I'm here. But maybe that is your thing, right? I don't know. It doesn't have to be. But what it could mean is that as you're showing up, that you allow your energy to move the space. As you're showing up, when you want something, you ask for it. As you're showing up to be seen, heard, and felt, when you don't want something, you let people know, I don't want it. Yesterday, when I was getting off the plane, y'all already know I always got story time. Shout out to Ignite, because they get all the good stories. I'm talking about all of them. Can't share everything here in the Match Collective and on YouTube. But yesterday, when I was getting off the plane, there was a lady sitting behind me, directly behind me. And so I was trying to situate my small rolling carry-on to pull the handle. So instead of making her or the people behind her wait, I was motioning her that she could go ahead. And she was like, oh, no. I said, are you sure? Because I still need to adjust this. She's like, oh, of course. Don't be silly. And as I pulled my handle up, I turned around and looked at her in her eyes. And I said, oh, no, I wasn't being silly. I was being considerate. And she said, oh, yeah, for sure. That was important for me to say. I needed her to hear me, and she did. And whether she said, oh, well, whatever, it wouldn't have mattered. It was important for me to be seen and heard and felt that I wasn't being silly. That was me being considerate. That was a very small thing. And as I was walking through the airport, it made me feel like, yes, lady, thank you. And she was like, oh, yeah, of course. Da, 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 da. And she didn't mean any harm by it. That's her being her, right? She doesn't know me, so it wasn't personal. But it's important for us to stand in who we are. Somebody calls me princess. No, my name is Precious. How can I help you? Right? Somebody, your name is Kim and they call you Cam, right? You get to say, oh, it's pronounced Kim, like M, right? We get to show up and we get to own who we are and we get to be felt, be seen, and be heard. We get to allow for who we are and where we're coming from to be evident. Does that make sense to everybody? I want to make sure everybody got it. I want to make sure you got it. So being able to show up in that space allows for you to hear you, and it allows for you to increase your own confidence, your own self-worth, your own self-value, your own self-strength, right? It is empowering in itself to remind people of who you are. And it only takes a second. And a lot of times we fear what they might say, how we might come off, what they might feel. It's okay. Everyone has the capacity to handle their own emotions. Everyone has the capacity to unpack it and to figure out what it really meant and da-da-da-da-da. Everybody has the capacity, right? And Anitra said it's Anitra with an R. I got it. Yes, Anitra, come on. Sharon said, I struggle with this. I get it. And there was a time where I wasn't always so quick with it because my mom, and my grandmother and the people in my family, they come from a very, they off the chain, right? But they come from very apologetic mindset. You ain't got to say nothing. Don't say nothing. It's all right. You ain't gonna never see that person again. And that's okay. It wasn't really so much for her as it was for me. And she heard it, and maybe it'll inspire her to correct someone when they mislabel her intentions or project their stuff and their narrative and their perspective onto her. And it was harmless and easy. And I went about my day, but it made me feel so good. And that's what it could look like to take up space, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, right? Does it have to be sharp? Does it have to be nasty? Does it have to be offensive or defensive? It can just be what it is, and you get to allow it, right? And the idea is to allow it in a way that leaves the situation better than you found it. Does that make sense? And a lot of times when we're starting out with speaking up for ourselves, it's you kind of come off rough because you already scared to do it, and so you got to get you believe and you're still in the agreement that you got to get upset to get it out, and so you may come across as rude or disrespectful, and you get to apologize for that if you do, right? Own that shit too. It's both coming and going. So just for today, we're gonna ride on this last card. Just for today, show up and take up space, right? My goal is, in terms of who I am in my personal life and how I move, is to allow for, and just not even in my personal life in general, to allow for good experiences, to allow myself to experience good experiences. That doesn't always mean they're going to be easy or they're going to be simple. It doesn't always mean that it's going to be quick and drop and walk away. Sometimes it takes massaging the conversation. Sometimes it takes sitting in the knowing. Sometimes it takes an exchange. Sometimes it takes that. Don't be afraid of that. And also, to my people who are used to talking and defending themselves, don't be afraid to just be quiet and listen. because that's a part of the journey too. I hope that makes sense. For today, practice showing up and taking up space. And also for those of you guys who are in the MASH Collective, you've been asking about how can I be a part of Life Mastery Ignite? Listen, registration is now open. You only need to visit www.lifemasteryignite.com for information and to register. We kick off on April 4th, the first Sunday in April. And if you know somebody in Ignite, get with them. Ask them all the questions that you have. They're your best point of reference because they've actually been in the journey and they can tell you firsthand what the experience is. This wave that starts on April 4th is very different than any wave we've had before, as it is, right, the wave that if you've never had personal development before, this isn't the journey for you. If you struggle with being open to concepts and ideas that if you struggle with being open to them that are not in alignment with what you already believe, this isn't for you. But it is for you if you're open to hearing something different and you're ready to shift your perspective. This is for you that if you've had some personal development or therapy and you're ready to go to the next level. This is for you if you're ready to cut through the bullshit and get right to the root of it so that you can make amazing shit happen. And so I'm going to type it in the comments so you can see it. Let me see. Somebody help me out and type it in the comments. Let me see if I can put it here so you can see it easily. I thought I had it here already. Hold on, let me type it. My computer is being balanced. All right, so there it is right there. It's www.lifemasteryignite.com. So visit it and register. We start April 4th. All right, guys, I love y'all so very much. Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious weekend. Ignite. I'll see you in the community. And on Sunday, the same for the MASH Collective. YouTube, make sure you keep making amazing shit happen. I love y'all so very much. And I hope that something that I've shared today has made a difference in your journey. Do me a favor, type in the comments. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, I was trying to I got lost. Do me a favor and type in the comments. I'm ready to go higher. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, do me a favor and type in the comments. I'm ready to go higher. Type in the comments, I'm ready to go higher. I want to see it before I go. Type in the comments, I am ready to go higher. And you get to decide what higher looks like for you. Type in the comments, I'm ready to go higher. Let me see it. 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 All right. I see you, Danielle. Yes, Judith. Yes, Sharon. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. What are y'all talking about in these comments? What's happening? I see you, Karen. I see you, Kia. I see you, Adina. Yes, Anitra. I see you, Shanique, Krista, Tina, Miko, Lisa. Yes, 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 yes. I see you guys. Thank you so very much. All right. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. I love y'all. Peace.